payments?
I'm imagining you probably get all the money back.
No, I'm saying you pay the full price. Like,
yeah, you pay the full price. Yeah, you pay. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm just saying that, like, all this discussion of what are the odds of this, and what kind of shoes are they, and, like, it's 1 out of 1,500 to win this, etc., all just seem to be, like, you guys are trying to make an argument that it's so unlikely, therefore...
You just looked it up.
Wait a minute.
That's all we did.
Okay, yeah, you looked it up. So, on one side is the accuracy of that, and on the other side is God. And so I'm saying you could just be fucking wrong. The information you're looking at is wrong. It could be that Adidas didn't fucking do any of that bullshit. And that they were actually, it's like 90% chance. That's more likely than what we are saying, that it was like 1 in a billion chance, therefore this is like some credible credence towards God. I think it's more likely these other things. It's not some fucking like Powerball where everything is like regulated. It's some company that's trying to fucking sell their shit that they've already explained is like their one of the strategies.
Jason, calm the fuck down, man. Just calm the fuck down. He could just as easily have been a really improbable thing. He could have just been that. And you know what I would say? That it would be a stupid argument for God. It would be a stupid argument for God.
So you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, obviously. I said that like 10 times.
Great, we agree then.
Yeah,
we agree.
But what we disagree about is the way you treated Almeida. What do you think I've been saying this?
Okay, fine. All right, fine.
Well, keep in mind,
fucking wild.
Doesn't happen.
No, fuck off, Sully. Don't be like fucking wild. Like now you're just.
It is fucking wild. It's like you're trying to have the debate and I think it's a good input.
I'm not trying to debate with you. Look, you agree with me that it's a fucking stupid ass way of looking at this. What you just take umbrage with is that people said, "Wow, this is a fucking stupid ass way of looking at it." To Albino himself.
I think you treated Albino like shit. I think we treated Albino like shit. So obviously, I think you could talk to him about this. You know,
I don't think we treated him like anything. I don't think Jason treated him like anything. Jason, did you talk to him?
Yeah, I did, but like I don't think I.
You guys like never take any fucking responsibility for anything you do.
You guys,
you two, and basically everybody else that orchestrates those kinds of shit shows and then posts people on YouTube who are nice to you. These people are nice to you.
Who organized what? Sorry, Jason.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about. Albedo came in, want to talk about some arguments. They said 3 arguments. Want to start with the least controversial one.
In the fucking video, he is voicing his discomfort with being mocked and ridiculed and laughed at. And he says, "Oh, you're like pandering to an audience right now, right? Like you're playing it up for the audience. What are you talking about, right?" He's going in there trying to have a normal fucking conversation with you guys. It's crazy. Like you guys are just really assholes.
Which we did. Well, I mean, I wasn't an asshole to him. I laughed.
Oh my god. Yeah, you take. Okay, I get it. You take no responsibility for anything. Okay, I get it. You can be a child. I'm treating you like a child. You're an innocent little child.
What am I not taking responsibility for? Sounds to me like I am taking responsibility for laughing at him. I told you why, and I told him that I felt bad I felt like I shouldn't be. I feel bad about it. I don't know.
You should feel bad. You should feel bad.
I know. That's why I told him.
It doesn't seem you don't have the affectation of a person who feels bad. You seem like you don't actually feel bad.
I don't think you understand what personality is. But,
right. It's like the kind of thing a person who couldn't think of anything would need to say would say.
Once you felt
what does that mean? What did you ask me 2 seconds ago? I'm not listening to anything happening in the company.
It's more of a why are you saying that? Go ahead, Andrew.
Once you felt bad, by the way, welcome Anki Jovan. Good to see you, sir. But when you started to feel bad, JJ, did you and all of the miscreant bullies, did you guys rally to get Tom to not post the video or to take it down?
I didn't have any control of that. I didn't know.
They all loved it, they were in favor of it, and listened to it in the room after it was posted. They're all cheering, and then they're like, you know, when you push back on it, I'm not associated with this. This has nothing to do with. I'm not in the video.
Fucking dumb.
No one knew Tom was making a video until 10 minutes before he posted it.
Oh my God.
What is he talking about?
I do agree, it's a dumb view. I don't know why you're fucking pushing back.
Okay, you do, because I already explained that nothing I'm saying has anything to do with whether I think it's a dumb view.
Right.
In fact, I already sort of told you that's not even close to what we've been talking about here. I've been saying that you guys mistreated Almeida. Right? I don't understand that. I already told you I think it's a dumb.
But wait a second, let's just get clarity. Like, how
By laughing at him?
Yeah, how do we mistreat it? Just go ahead with it.
I'm sorry, you guys like have fucking ears? You have ears? I've explained it 6 times.
Do you answer the question?
I think it.
Jason, do you think if I do it one more time and then you ask me again that I'm obligated to answer you? Hey, will I be obligated to fucking answer you if you ask me again after I explain it again?
Depends on if you are clear this time.
I already answered it. You understand? That's why I'm not doing it again.
You clear, Sully.
The idea is Albedo is generally very deferent to all you guys. He shows deference to all you guys. And he came in very non-hostile, non-combative. He's not in it for blood sport. He was just in there to try to talk to you guys, be reasonable, or, you know, have a conversation, hang out. And it turned into kind of like a schoolyard bullying of all of you guys, mocking and laughing at him. I think that's what Sully's saying. I kind of got that vibe too. You know, I mean, he didn't fight you guys. It's like he's not even punching you. He's not calling you names. He's not doing anything. You guys are just like literally like, you're an idiot. You're an effing idiot, Albedo. That's the kind of vibe.
Yeah, everybody told him that.
Okay. All right. Tom is, you got to keep in mind, Tom is extremely cynical. Like, he's extremely denigrating. And I think you guys kind of.
But you're just talking about Tom.
No, I'm saying you guys are we're part of the vibe. I think that's what Sully's saying.
Part of the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe of bullying.
Listen, I heard. You're just talking about Tom at this point, and I was there.
No, I'm not.
You are. No, you are.
Listen to what I just.
You are just talking about Tom.
Tom is a consistent. Listen to what I'm telling you.
And I told him.
Tom is a consistent.
And I think others told him.
Wait,
he was a little harsh.
Tom is consistently cynical, and he's over the top on a lot of this stuff. I kind of fed off the vibe at this time, is what I'm saying. And I'm saying, I think Albedo's just not the person. Like, he doesn't seem like he's the person, at least not this occurrence, certainly, that it should have been like, hey, you know, like he's just laying down, feeling kind of humiliated or whatever, and you guys are just like kicking him and laughing at it. That's kind of how it felt. But whatever. I mean, I'm not, you know, whatever. I don't know where to go from there. I just tell you guys that's what I think Sully's saying, and I think I see that too. I think Albedo is like generally cool to everybody over there, so I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I wasn't mean to him. I didn't call him a fucking idiot. I told him I felt bad laughing. I told you why I was laughing. To me, mean implies malicious intent, which of course I didn't have. I'm not going to speak for you guys or anybody else but myself. That's taking accountability, Sully.
I mean, multiple times I was like, I was trying to appeal to Albedo's sensibilities because I was like, Albedo, come on, let's look at this reasonably. Like, do you think it's reasonable to have a view that, like, the fact that this is so improbable means that, like, it's supernatural? And he was like, Jason, provide me with the evidence. What's the evidence that you have that, like, you know, Adidas modified the raffle? I'm just like, look, even if I don't have evidence, it just seems like that would be more plausible than what you're suggesting. And so I think it was trying to appeal to that. And was I laughing? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have laughed. So I agree with that. We probably could have not been like so harsh with that. And I agree, Albedo is a nice guy. And I DM'd him afterwards. It was like, I'm sorry we were so harsh. You know, I understand he felt.
Then you guys like clearly are like excited that Tom posted it, And you're like, no, I just want to say, okay, yeah, we're gonna blast out this like
It is
thing
pretty
that you
funny,
guys apparently agree.
Sorry.
That you guys apparently agree that you feel bad about.
Yeah, you
But
guys.
If you're just
You guys.
you know how I don't know. You're just so
Did I
bad at
sound-
fucking tracking. Do you know how you get written? Do you know how you get written? I just fucking said this.
By proximity.
You're happy about the video game, Steve.
When did I say that?
You wanted to be. Oh my god, Dave, you're so fucking stupid. That is funny. Okay,
Am
do
I?
you have any objection to the video being posted?
Yep.
Oh, you do.
Should I go twist Tom's arm?
You're not going to be able to do anything, right?
Oh,
Because you have no influence or hold.
there you go.
You can at least say what you think, which is that he shouldn't have posted the video.
I wouldn't have posted it.
He shouldn't have posted it, right?
Well, yeah.
And I think we agree. You guys feel bad as you should, and the video shouldn't have been posted. So I think we agree.
I didn't say that. I didn't say you shouldn't post the video.
Okay. So then the latter half of my critique still applies to you then.
But feel free to apply one person to the person's behavior to you guys all you want.
Okay. Why don't you try not to be a part of shit like that?
Try not to what?
Try not to be a part of it next time.
Well, whatever. Be a part of listening to his argument and laughing at it. I don't think I can be held accountable for laughing. It was.
I feel bad. Do we not feel bad anymore?
I do. No, I still feel
Okay.
bad. But
Gotcha.
it's not going to stop me from talking about it.
Why don't you try not to do things in the future that you'll feel bad for?
Some things you can't control. Finding something so ridiculous that it makes you laugh is one of those things, I think. I don't know if you listened to that. I was kind of wished you were there at the time. I think somebody might have pinged you even. After learning that he didn't just win them for free, he just won the opportunity to pay for them. I lauded. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
but whatever. If the odds of that are extremely low, it doesn't really matter, right? Because the point is that, like, people are showing they're willing to pay for them, you know, but not everybody can get it there.
Yeah, I mean, the number I heard was if it occurred when it's most likely to have occurred.
Like, look, I gotta switch to on
His chance
and I
of winning
paid
was
for it.
70%.
But I was still. No, I know. No, again, that was a different time. Happy Jane was in the other room when we were talking about it without.
Well, last night or whatever, he said he didn't know for sure, and then he threw out a number, which is very close to when that is. So the odds are much worse if it was before. Granted, I think it's more likely that he won when the odds were 70%.
Well, when it happened is probably something we could like confirm. I'm sure he has like some kind of
I think he said he had the receipt, and I'm curious.
or like an email or something. Yeah.
He's got some kind of receipt. He said he did. Or that he could find it, but I didn't. I haven't heard since. Which is why I wondered when you were doing your calculations if you had that information, but I didn't hear that.
He said, well, they were going off the time that he told. You know, there was multiple people again who were like looking for stats, you know, and they were going off the time period that he had just said, like in I think 2022 or something, right?
I
So
think
they
it
were
was
looking, okay, at this time, you know, what were the odds in these consoles?
I think he said something about you could find the replay when he was talking about it the first time.
Maybe. these are all interesting questions, you know, and you guys could have had a nice sort of back and forth with Albedo. And obviously you can think he's silly. I think he's silly. And a lot of times I think he's silly. But it's like, I can have the conversations with Albedo where I give him pushback. And I even, like, you know, say the things he's saying are silly or ridiculous. And I say that to his face. Okay? I don't get in a little circle with a group of people and start, like, pointing and laughing and going, haha, hee hee, you know. And he's calling it in the conversation that Tom is, like, doing it performatively, like, for an audience. It's not as if, like, you guys couldn't have been, like, clued in to what Tom was doing. I don't think you're that fucking naive.
No one knew he was making a video. No one did. Like I said,
Okay, there's always the possibility of a video, Bill. What are you talking about?
I'm just reassured.
I can honestly tell you that it didn't cross my mind when I was listening to it, or 10 minutes. Like, I was surprised when he told me 10 minutes before it went live.
Okay, but
He and I just pushed back.
look, if people are giving him pushback on it, I think that's deserved. Okay, but like, you know, like Jason or Mr. Jason Jordan over here is like, oh, I think you should have posted it. Fuck out, you know. You know, it's,
Well, it's not ridiculous for somebody who doesn't like Albedo, apparently.
why doesn't he like Albedo? What is something Albedo?
I don't know. I don't even know if he said that. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be weird for somebody who didn't like him. But I love Albedo. And I'm just reassured that you don't sit around in a circle and point and laugh at people.
Yeah, I mean, it's the least I can do. Believe you.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. For some reason, my shit was not working. I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but I was saying, look, when it was going on, I had no doubt that was going to get recorded, and I was thinking, this is probably going to get put online. And I don't, like, Albedo has to know, like, he's going to talk about this shit. It's a really quacky deal. It's probably going to get recorded, put online. So,
Yeah, but the nature of the conversation that gets recorded doesn't have to be that kind of fucking conversation.
It wasn't out of context. They recorded the
TV. Out of context. I'm saying if you guys had like a normal, like fairly like polite conversation with him about it, right? It probably wouldn't even have any interest in posting it online because people were or something like that. I doubt Tom posted it. It was just a normal conversation without you know. So it's obviously the way that the interaction went is what explains it being posted to you. Like, I don't know. It's like you guys again just don't want to take fucking any accountability. Why?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think the accountability is that the view is pretty crazy, and even you acknowledge it's a crazy.
You are like a broken fucking record, Jason.
You just
It's a non sequitur. Look, it's a non sequitur. I agree it's gonna be crazy. You still treated him like shit. Like, are you fucking stupid?
Okay, so I think we were harsh, but when you say treated him like shit, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you did. Treated him like shit. Exactly.
Okay, well then we can fucking disagree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
You should. Okay.
It's crazy.
Again. And you think you felt bad about it.
What did we do?
Right.
It's like,
You guys get bullshit. You're like, yeah, I felt bad about how Albedo was treated, but he wasn't treated like shit.
No, I feel bad. No, I didn't say that. I said I felt bad laughing. And then I felt bad if it made him feel bad, but the intent was not malicious.
Yes, when you think
That's
he
what I
was
said.
good, you were treating them like shit.
Oh, well, you heard it here
People
first.
just making them feel bad.
I'll give you an example, like at the very end of the conversation, which was probably overboard.
Some people deserve to be treated like shit. Albedo isn't one of them, just to be clear.
I don't agree that he was treated like shit by me.
Okay, then, oh my god, you fucking people are so stupid. Why did you feel bad then?
We're laughing.
You said you felt bad because you made him feel bad, right?
Huh?
Okay, when you make somebody feel bad, JJ, right?
Could you
You were treating them like shit.
Could you stop treating me like shit, please.
Okay, again, the tracking, it needs to improve. Some people deserve
Please
it.
stop treating.
Albedo's not one of them.
Please stop treating me like shit.
Yeah, you know how to listen, man. Unbelievable. Literal 3-year-old.
Literal.
Totally. Did you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So we treated him like shit. What's the example of treating him like shit?
Oh my god, Jason. When this room is on, go back and listen to the replay where I explained this to you multiple times.
Okay, fine.
Laughing at somebody is treating them like shit.
You guys just do this loop where you say the same non sequitur and then repeat the same question. It's getting a little bit fucking stale and boring now, so I think we can move on.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. I did answer it already, right? So this is the second time I'm saying this now. I'm not answering it again because I already answered it.
I'm a
And
dumbass.
this is the second time I'm saying this now.
I'm a dumbass.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I know. That's why I said you guys just retreat to being complete dumbasses who can't track conversation, right? And you internalize your own cringe, buddy. You really did.
Oh, okay.
No, you're just trying to know. You're not. You heard me explain this 6 fucking times. Andrew explained it to you, and then you just keep asking the same question.
Makes you look bad. I'm saying I don't know what you said. You just can't tell me one fucking thing. So
I answered that question multiple times, Jason.
I don't remember.
Great, then you're a fucking idiot who needs to get a better memory.
So you can't tell me again?
Oh my god. You need to learn how to listen to what people are saying to you. I'm not going to tell you again. You can wait until this room ends if you're so fucking curious, and you can listen to me explain it to you multiple times before then.
Don't tell me then.
I already told you.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I'd say this is just like weaponized idiocy. Like they
I
kind
know.
of
I'm aware.
just like Jason Torn, like he goes into his university to do like weather bullshit. And he turns on his brand. I'm like in these conversations, like, oh, where am I? What did I do? What did you say? Where is anybody?
Thanks. Great response. That was really good.
What am I responding to? You're just saying you're like a retard who can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, maybe I am. I'm just asking so.
Yeah, maybe you
what
are.
it is. Yeah, maybe I am. But so we can't tell me
You're gonna forget in 5 minutes.
I'm not talking.
You're gonna forget in 5 minutes.
He refuses to repeat himself for the 6th time, so he refuses to repeat himself for the 6th time. He's just refusing. What a dishonest asshole. He's refusing to repeat.
Jason, now say we're debate growing and we're triggered. Go ahead. Jason, say the line, please. Jason, hello. Debate growing, hello. Alright.
Anyway, slapping y'all around has been fun, but Andrew, if you want to move on, probably.
And this like weaponized idiocy tactic is just like what really gets rewarded in their community. Or just like you say obviously false things, and you get rewarded for clapping along. Get the fuck out of here, Bill. You idiot.
I don't know what that means, right?
Is Andrew in?
And oh, also, like, he cheated on her husband with Venus and Daniel Nero. I just wanted to say that. to know or watch more of it than what I heard Andrew play.
To nursing homes. Then, as you admitted this week, you personally altered the state health department report to undercount the death total, to hide the death total, and then evaded and lied to these families for 5 years. So tonight, will you finally apologize to Peter and other grieving New Yorkers, or will you just keep gaslighting them with lather about what a great job you claim you did?
Maybe when you come from the St. Louis facts don't matter, but here they do. So let's talk about that. First of all, on nursing homes, 1.2 million people died of COVID in the United States. It's horrendous. 83,000 people died in New York.
It's acetaminophen and pomegranate, but just like with a diuretic, because it's a water pill, you gotta stay hydrated because it makes you go to the bathroom a lot.
Hey, what up, Coco? You stop selling out to the man?
Oh Lord, Coco, he wants you to fix his taxes. Just go in and delete it.
And does not give enough credit to the women and men in those nursing homes who work so hard. Mr. Avini lost the father. I am very, very sorry for that. He brought a legal case against the state. The legal case papers. There was no COVID positive person sent from a hospital to the nursing home while Mr. Ardini was in a nursing home. So it is factually impossible, Brad, that he got COVID from someone coming from a hospital. Mr. Mamdani, I want to address something first, which is, you're going to ask a question or not? I need to ask you a question, but you're going to answer the phone lines to hear this, to hear all this about state case. We have to just make this clear. Now, all of us on the stage. Wait, what were you going to answer your questions? I'm asking you to answer your call. Okay. I feel like most people would have gone. Okay. I knew. And you knew. We did. We both knew. We knew. All over this stage.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out, bro. I ain't gonna hold you shit.
Oh man. Damn. I'm getting too many notifications. Calm the fuck down. I turn my notifications off. This shit crazy. Alright. Let me bring everybody up, my bad. Bring everybody up.
There's just this feeling that
Right now,
withdrawals.
the trending topic on Twitter right now is pray for Israel when they're the aggressor right now. That shit is crazy.
Wait, not Mr. I support Donald Trump and the Republicans bemoaning misfacts.
What the two got to do together? They have to do with each other.
Hey, Friday,
Of course you know.
Friday, remember when Iran, I think it was like 4
Bring the normal here.
and then Israel got that dome, blew all that shit out the sky. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a balance around.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey, you say that as if the Democratic Party ain't
Do any of these news outlets outside of the U.S.? Because I just tried to look it up outside. I'm only seeing U.S.
Yes. Outside of the U.S. This is breaking. Iranian officials tells the New York Times that Iranian fighter jets are now airborne. Oh, God.
Anybody in the Middle East, they told the New York Times.
Yeah, that's still what about Al
These are
Jazeera?
Iranian officials.
No, she said a news publication. Somebody look up Al.
Yes, the Spectator Index is is from overseas. That's
What about
it's not American.
somebody look up Al Jazeera because I'm driving.
That's what she said.
Hey, where do they get their fighter jets from? Did we give them that shit?
I think we sell about 40% of total weaponry. So I think because I looked at this during COVID, but that number may be off. Don't quote me on it. I can't confirm it, but I think it's something like that. Yeah, 40% U.S. companies. Because the Israelis are also very, skilled at weaponry, but I think it's something like U.S. companies.
Hey man, I'm on Israel's side. Shout out to my Israelis.
Yo,
Let's get that ass, Iran. Let's get that ass.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Let me do a poll. Put a gun emoji in the chat if y'all on Israel's side. Put a brain emoji in the chat if y'all on Iran's side.
Yo, what's the whole release? The niggas outside.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Y'all can't name 2 presidents or prime ministers of Iran. Y'all gotta beat it in the chat.
Why do we have to name them?
Hold on, Dean.
I'll answer your question. So the reason why I'm mostly on
let
there.
Summer go. Summer said.
Oh, I'm sorry, Summer. Go ahead. I did too, but go ahead, Summer.
I'm on the side that America doesn't have to go to war for people to say that Iran doesn't consent in the health of America is still laughable to me. This is done with American consent. This is done with American intelligence. This is done with American weaponry. And for me personally, no, I'm not going to. How many times does America have to go to war for Israel? You do realize we went to war to Iraq for Israel too, right? Okay.
No, we went.
Oh, because they had weapons of mass destruction. And who told us that?
Hold on. Listen, my name is Lou. Don't be mad at Lou. Be mad at the facts. All right. We went to war. Yeah, that's my new catchphrase, man. Don't be mad.
Why did we go to war?
So let me give you facts, Queen. All right. First of all, we got bombed 9/11, right? And we thought, right, mistakenly, that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. So that's what we did. It was a lot of intelligence. The CIA, the Israelis, the ID. Wait, hold on. It wasn't just Israel. It was a bunch of intelligence groups that we worked well with. So Israel warned us about a bunch of terrorist attacks that was actually true. And then, sometimes they fuck up, right? But these are our allies, all right?
Did you read Colin Powell's book?
Yes.
Before he died? Yeah. The one that he wrote before he died talking about 9/11.
What's the name of it?
And the intelligence.
What's the name?
I'm just asking you, did you read it?
Wait, you don't know the name?
He asked him to read it. He read it. Name of a book, he didn't name.
What's the referral program? What about
No, but we knew they didn't have weapons of mass destruction.
Summer. What about the book?
Oh, Dean, you're gonna start whining again to talk? Jesus.
She's in mid-sentence, bro. She said some other book.
She don't even know the book, bro. She's Googling the book. She hasn't read. She's asking about a book that she don't even know what the book is. It don't
But
matter.
those people are right. We knew there were no.
We went to war because 9/11 or that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, then we have no conversation here.
We knew they didn't have any weapons of mass destruction. The United States knows all of the countries that have weapons of mass destruction, literally, right? You can't just go to Kroger and buy a nuclear warhead. It's either going to be scientists, engineers that create it from a very, very, very small group of people. They know every single person that even can create such a thing. We're the ones that sell most of those things. They don't ever let the United States intelligentsia, as well as Israel and the Mossad, tell you they don't know a goddamn thing. Just like they claim not to know that those people were coming through the tunnels to attack that festival. But I'm going to go back on mute.
Wait. Hold on. Let me correct the misinformation, all right? So it wasn't just Israel, because I know we're going to do this big bad Israel, and y'all think they got mind control over Americans when we got mind control over them. We run them, they don't run us. So President George W. Bush, right? He claimed in multiple speeches that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction and pose a threat, right? So if you know about the 2003 State of the Union, right? He referenced. Let me read the quote. Wait, so he referenced that. Well, I got to find it now. He basically referenced that about Iraq having. Hold on, let's find it. Anyways, but he talked about in the State of the Union 2003 that they had weapons of mass destruction. Vice President Dick Cheney also said that they have weapons of mass destruction. Colin Powell, you're right about Colin Powell. He delivered a UN speech in 2003, and he was talking about using satellite images to intercept conversations to argue Iraq was hiding weapons of mass destruction. But he said he later regretted that speech. So Colin Powell said it, and then he pivoted. Do you think Colin Powell got the information from?
No, he didn't get the information from.
One second. Let me say this real quick. You mean Dick Cheney, VP Dick Cheney, who was with Halliburton that made billions of dollars? Because I know some people that went over there and made hella bread. They made hella bread over there. Let me finish. Because you didn't have to pay U.S. income tax when you went over there. Halliburton was recruiting like crazy from Houston. I know a couple of people went over there, made a couple of $100,000. So Dick Cheney was lying. He was fleecing the government for Halliburton. And we know why he shot. I sure did, because it's capitalism. Am I complaining of a fake republic?
I'm doing this for everybody. I don't care if you're a man, woman, all the athletes. Alright? I just can't do the honey athlete no more. Because my food haven't came, I'm already irritated. Because these niggas fucked up my order. I had to resend the shit back. So,
Can you make a cue? Just a quick.
Yes. So if anybody want to talk, just wait. You ain't got to say, all that other stuff, just wait. All right, we can continue.
No, that's what I was saying. Oh, yes, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm angry.
Mommy has to repark the truck. Yeah, so do you have your key? Okay. So what I was going to say is Cheney is not a credible source because Dick Cheney is probably one of the most diabolical people that we've ever had in office. Like, people were terrified of that man. If you don't know his relationship with Halliburton, you need to look that up. They pretty much built the federal government for billions and billions of dollars. Remember, they had the contractors over there. They were recruiting civilians to go over there, and like you didn't have to pay U.S. income tax if you were employed overseas. So Cheney is not a good source because Halliburton made so much money during that whole damn Iraqi war. We knew well they didn't have.
No, you get shot. Nah, see, first nigga asked to get fucked down.
No, I'm happy to talk about how I was a Republican and a conservative, right? Like, I would have rather at that time that it be the U.S. making these choices and decisions, pretty much just like now. We have always controlled the narrative, just like Lou said. We like to have the narrative out there like, oh, we're just a benevolent and kind country, and we're just helping out. Y'all know the U.S. has been on some dictatorship pretty much for the last century. But how do you think we get to enjoy what it is that we enjoy? I've never I've never backed down from that, right? I would rather it be us than them, basically, at the end of the day.
So I totally agree with that, but I just think it's weird. And it's
Probably knows those moves. He paused and
so hold on, let me finish saying what I'm saying. 'Cause I definitely agree with what you're saying. I just think y'all politics be selective though, because when if Trump were to have the same stance and do the same thing, he's a demon now. And that be the issue.
No one would ever say that. No one would ever say that.
But Lou, we're not going to go to fucking war, are we?
Wait. If you look at it right now, right? Hold on. Wait. Let's break this down, right? So currently in the world, right, we got militarization going on in democratic cities, right? Where we got federal troops coming into LA, coming into Houston, coming into Atlanta, coming into Chicago, coming into New York. These are all democratic cities, right? And it's federal troops. That's federal intervention going on in these cities, right? Now we got one of our biggest allies, that damn near the 51st state of the United States, right, in Israel, and they're going to war. Now, if y'all think America's not going to get involved, y'all got to be smoking ass, right? And this is so funny though, because Trump been talking about he's a peaceful president and there's no wars under him, and it's literally finna be one of the biggest wars in a while under this motherfucker, man. Trump, I thought we were getting. Wait, hold on. The fact that Trump, because we're getting money under Trump, and we really finna go into a fucking war right now.
Man, me and Kevin, we're not gonna get into world war. This is the reason we're against politics.
Catalyst. And we're gonna narrow the speaking engagement, because it's gonna be a decent room. We're gonna run this like a real room. Let's do like 2 minutes, so let's squat, all right? So
You know in that region, America has a lot of allies, bro. Like the rest of the Middle East ain't really fucking with Iran like that. So they're
I'm pro-Israel because I'm pro-America, all right?
Turkey don't fuck with
Every conversation is not for everyone, right? So I'm shooting motherfuckers that just ad-lib and don't bring nothing to the table, right? If you just ad-lib and just try to ad-lib to people's points and don't bring nothing valid to the table, some information, I'll just shoot you. It's not personal, all right? Thank you. Continue.
Can I go after Catalyst? Because Catalyst.
Hey, listen, I've been on TikTok for the last week. Bro, they got some shit over there, bro, where niggas pay to get on stage. And they pay to remove niggas out the room, right? Everybody getting money instead of IGP, man. We ain't get no motherfucking money over here, man. We some broke ass niggas.
So
hold on, let me finish saying what I was saying, because I just
Fridays, you just spoke 3 times.
I know, I didn't get somebody else to nothing, bro. I didn't get to finish. Because I just wanted you to know it. I just put together to make sure when it comes to major military power in the Middle East, Iran does not have no allies, bro. Their allies are people like those smaller countries and shit that really don't have no air force or none of that shit. Turkey don't fuck with Iran. Saudi Arabia don't fuck with Iran. Qatar don't fuck with Iran. Dubai don't fuck with Iran, brother. Like they don't. Their allies is like Hezbollah and all the little ass people. Their biggest allies is Russia and China.
I'm going to I'm about to create a shoot policy. Anybody you can shoot people for a certain amount. Yeah, I heard all niggas getting money in the other rooms, man. Somebody keeps saying Plan B getting money, man. IGB finna get some money, all right?
So here's the issue. You gotta pay attention. Trump
wasn't Catalyst next.
It's on Catalyst.
You gotta enforce the keyword. Like,
it's on Catalyst. It's on Catalyst. Like Catalyst.
The reason why the United States went to Iran was none of those lies that Trump or Colin Powell pushed. Like he said, it was about money and control. Completely. It was about the U.S. messed up on their intelligence. That was just that had nothing to do with Iraq. So they needed to create a story that says these people attacked Valerie Plame, an operative of the CIA, to go and investigate and find that there was yellow cake in Niger being exported to Iraq to create nukes. So when that fell out, Scooter Libby, who was Dick Cheney's right-hand person, took the blame. And when Bush left, he would not pardon him. They went to Iraq to primarily it was about oil and strategic interests. Who are the biggest oil servicing company in the world at that time in the United States? Halliburton. Go look up Halliburton. Halliburton was instrumental in creating what's called a new business structure that completely changed everything. It was Halliburton. It was about money. Dick Cheney, money, period. Everything else was just noise. Just all noise. And the guy said Iran's allies, Syria, Iraq, Russia, China, and then they have these militant political groups called Hezbollah. So, and the fact that Israel say they did a preemptive strike against Iraq, the United States, highly probable that it's getting involved. By the way, there are more than 2,000 up to 4,000 troops here in Los Angeles. There are more troops here than are deployed in Syria and the Middle East right now.
This is normal shit, and the reason why this is normal shit is because the United States has been trying to stop the proliferation of nukes in Iran for over 10 years. I mean, Obama was doing it, but when Obama was doing it, he tried to appease Iran, and now we're doing a different strategy because Iran has been stoking up proxy conflicts, just like the United States. It's a chess game. And I don't think it's going to lead to World War III because they're trying to stop it before it happens. If Iran gets nukes, then it's going to be World War III. But stopping them from getting nukes before they get it, this is just typical shit. And really, this is just the same type of narrative that's been running for the past 10 years.
Did Trump kill the chemist under his administration?
He did. He killed, he assassinated on some James Bond shit. He assassinated one of the scientists. Like but it was in conjunction. It was in conjunction. And Trump did assassinate one of their scientists. So this is something that's been happening for a long time. The United States has tried to play the good cop. Now they're playing the bad cop. It's just part of the game.
So before the new people go, hold on, they don't play this. It says Israel military says that at the end of the operation there will be no nuclear threat. Israel has targeted senior military and political officials in Iran. Israeli officials says that Iran nuclear program is an existential threat. The Associated Press reported that Israeli official has confirmed attack targeting Iranian nuclear sites. And also, Israeli officials said that Iran has enough material to make 15 nuclear bombs in days. So, I was going to play a live clip if y'all want to. And I know y'all got this Muslim allegiance. Iran is, they're not Sunni, they're Shiite. Alright? So, Sunnis be patient. So, bro, here's a couple things. This isn't really routine. Trump was in the Middle East last month, and if you notice something unique, he skipped over going to Israel. He didn't meet with Netanyahu. Political analysts engaged as a question, and what was said was Trump feels Netanyahu is an impediment to peace. And this was also buttressed by the U.S. working with Hamas directly to have hostages released, where they actually cut out Netanyahu. Now, as the reports are going around,